How to lower H1AC diabetes 3-month average. If you have diabetes, you are certainly aware that it is important to monitor your blood sugar levels frequently. In addition, your doctor will likely suggest that you get an A1C blood test regularly to bring the findings down as a means of assisting in the preservation of your health. You also have a lot of things at your disposal to improve your chances of achieving that objective. The A1C test is not the same as a standard blood sugar test because it examines the amount of sugar that has attached itself to a protein in your red blood cells called hemoglobin. Because the test provides an average reading of your blood sugar levels over the preceding few months, you can determine how well your diabetes is managed. In general, you want your A1C to be less than 7% as a goal to go towards. Your specific treatment approach will determine the amount that you can reduce it by. You minimize your chance of complications such as nerve damage, eye difficulties, and heart disease when you take action to get your A1C into a healthy range. Your primary care physician will advise you regarding the optimal goal range for your A1C. What is the best way to get there? In addition to taking any drugs that your doctor recommends, the following are some strategies that you can attempt. Invest in some new cooking implements. If you do not already have a set of measuring cups and a kitchen scale, you will need to purchase both of these items. These will help you determine the appropriate portion proportions for your meals. If you eat more food than your body requires, your blood sugar level will rise as a result. Limiting the number of servings you consume each day is an effective strategy for bringing down your A1C level. It is a good idea to measure your meals at the beginning so that you may have an idea of what a healthy portion size looks like for various types of food. The measuring cups and the scale will come in quite useful at this point. When you first see what one serving looks like, especially of high-carb foods like cereal, rice, and pasta, you might be taken aback by the size of the portion. Yet doing so will make it less likely that you will consume more food than you had planned. Be carb smart. It is a fact that carbohydrates have a greater impact on your blood sugar than any other foods that you consume. If you regularly consume an excessive amount of starchy carbohydrates, there is a good chance that your A1C figure will begin to rise. But remember, all carbs aren't a problem. Those that only provide starch are not as desirable as those that also contain a significant amount of fiber and minerals. Modify the food on your plate. Vegetables like carrots, greens, zucchini, and tomatoes are low in starch, so nutritionists recommend filling up approximately half of your plate with these rather than grains. It is recommended that you fill 1/4 of your plate with a lean protein like chicken or tofu, and the remaining portion of your plate should be filled with whole carbohydrates like brown rice or quinoa. Create a plan. The recommendations for what you should put on your plate provide you with a great deal of leeway. But, even though it may appear to be straightforward, it is in your best interest to organize your meal times. Why? If you choose not to order from predefined menus and instead eat on the move, it will be very simple for you to make meal selections that are high in calories and carbohydrates, such as fast food, bagels, and frozen pizza, which will cause your blood sugar and A1C values to skyrocket. Instead, make a basic plan for what meals you will consume at each meal and what groceries you will need at the beginning of each week and write it down on paper. In this approach, you can prevent your blood sugar from skyrocketing after meals by having a wide variety of options available to you. A diet that is heavy in vegetables and fruit and low in saturated fat, like the Mediterranean diet, has been shown to reliably lower A1C values. Consider lowering the bar for your weight loss goal. Those with type 2 diabetes may not necessarily have to be overweight. If this is the case, however, you might not need to reduce your weight by as much as you believe to see a change in your A1C level. If you have diabetes and are overweight, your doctor would likely urge that you make an effort to reduce merely 5 to 10% of your present body weight. This is why your body's insulin will be able to more effectively bring your blood sugar levels down as you continue to lose weight, which will eventually result in your A1C levels falling to a lower level. One study found that persons with type 2 diabetes who dropped between 5 and 10% of their body weight had a 3 times greater chance of bringing their A1C down by 0.5 percentage points. You may have a different objective in mind for your weight, in addition to some other health concerns. Make an appointment with your primary care provider and ask for help developing a weight loss strategy that is tailored to your overall objectives. Exercise. In a normal state, your body will create a hormone known as insulin. It facilitates the movement of glucose from your blood into your cells, where it can be used as a source of energy. Diabetes is characterized by either insufficient insulin production by the pancreas or an abnormal response to insulin by the body. Insulin resistance is another name for this condition. It is one of the factors that contribute to high levels of both blood glucose and H1AC. Because it kickstarts your body's natural insulin production, exercise is one of the best ways to bring your H1AC levels down. If you have diabetes, getting regular exercise is one of the most important things you can do for your health. At least 150 minutes of moderate physical exercise should be done per week, according to the recommendations. This can be broken down into daily activity chunks of a 25 to 25-minute duration. Examples include brisk walking, cycling, swimming, housework, dancing. Continue to communicate with your primary care physician. Maintaining open lines of communication with your primary care physician is critical to the process of monitoring your H1AC readings and managing your diabetes therapy. Your healthcare practitioner may want to see you once every 2 to 3 months for an appointment. This is because it takes around that amount of time for changes to show up in your H1AC. By keeping up with these follow-up appointments, you will be able to determine whether or not your H1AC levels are trending in the desired direction. Take care of both your physical and emotional wellness. The American Diabetes Association, ADA, reports that being stressed can have an immediate effect on your blood sugar levels. When you are under a lot of stress, your body prepares itself to either battle the cause of the stress or flee from it. For your body to accomplish this task, it requires energy in the form of glucose. As a result, a hormone known as cortisol is secreted, which raises the sugar levels in your blood. This, in turn, causes an increase in your H1AC level. Choose the method of stress management that works best for you by engaging in a variety of various activities that are relaxing. Join a support group for managing your diabetes on your own. You are not the only person who struggles with prediabetes or diabetes. Finding support, relieving stress, and having someone to be accountable to through the process of connecting with others who are going through something similar can be an effective strategy. In addition to this, you will most likely pick up hints and techniques that might assist you in better managing your diabetes. Inquire with your healthcare practitioner about the availability of support groups or get-togethers for diabetics. Consider the way you're going to work out. Exercise is one of the most essential habit adjustments you can do to decrease your H1AC. Improving your nutrition is another one of the most important improvements you can make. But you shouldn't simply focus on running on the treadmill if you want to get the most out of your workouts. Strength training is also quite important. So this is the end of this interesting video. Do you like it? Openly submit your feedback in our comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.